Finally, club football is back after 2 weeks of boring international matches. If I remember that in the next 4 weeks we still have another international break, I feel very sad. Like I feel like crying. But then international matches must take place and club matches must also take place. That is football for you. The only good thing that happened during this international break was that my country gave us extra hope of making it to the World Cup 2026. After they failed to finish top of their table, right now they have booked a spot in the World Cup qualification playoffs, of which their chances are still slim. But it is better than not having any chance, not having any hope of making it to the World Cup. You never can tell. We can still make it to the World Cup through the playoffs. But until then, we know what happened. Aside from that, this international break was completely boring. And back to club football. Tomorrow, Barcelona will be facing off Girona at home. 3:15, another afternoon game. Remember what happened in the last afternoon game that we had before the international break against Sevilla? We lost 4 goals to how many? 4 goals to 1. I've forgotten. But we lost. We lost in a very disgraceful manner. And one good thing about this match is that it is going to be played at home. Aside from the match being an afternoon game, I don't like afternoon games, honestly. Also, we have loads of injuries. A lot of players will be missing out in this game. The likes of Rafinha, the likes of Lewandowski, the likes of Ferran Torres. Lamine Yamal is back, according to Hansi Flick in his pre-match conference. Yamal is back, Femi Lopez is back, but they won't play 90 minutes. So Doski, Ferran, Olmo, who again? Doski, Rafinha, Ferran, Olmo is out of this game. They are not going to participate. But Femi Lopez, Lamine Yamal will take part in this game, but won't play 90 minutes. So it's either they start and get subbed off or they start in the second half. So whichever way. So these are the loads of injuries added to the ones that we have before: Gavi, Ter Stegen, Joan Garcia, and any other one that I might have forgotten. So aside from that, every other player is going to participate in this game. So according to Hansi Flick in his conference today, he's going to look to the La Masia players. Some of them are going to be helping us in this game against Girona. The likes of Dro, Baji is already a first team player, even though he was registered as a Barca Athletic player. So Dro, Baji, surely are going to help us in this game. Since we're going to be missing these, names: Doski, Ferran, Olmo, Rafinha, 4 first starters. And that is that about the injury loads we have for this game. But then I expect Barcelona to still grab something out of this game. The game against Sevilla was really disappointing, and we really need to bounce back in this game against Girona. And there was something Hansi Flick, spoke about during his conference. He spoke about our pressing game, the same pressing game that I talked about. He made mention of that pressing game, and it was just as if he spoke my mind. Pressing our opponent gives our high line value. When we press, our high line has so much value. It makes sense. When we don't press, our high line is useless. That was something he spoke about during the press conference today. And according to Hansi Flick, they have watched some clips, analyzed the game against Sevilla, with some clips, and the players have understood where things went wrong. And one thing also that went wrong in that match was fatigue. My players were really tired, and we are looking to correct all that in this game against Girona, even though we still have a lot of names out injured, of which against Olympiacos we might have some of them back. For Rafinha, Hansi Flick wants him back against El Clasico, so he's not going to rush him back against Olympiacos. The plan is for him to be in full fitness against Real Madrid. The MRI scan that he had shows that there are positive signs of him making it just in time for that game against Real Madrid, and that is one thing we all want to see. Having Rafinha back just in time for that game. Likes of Dani Olmo and Lewandowski may not feature against Real Madrid. So having Rafinha and Lamine Yamal in full fitness against Real Madrid is something that we are working towards to achieving. So right now we just have to zero our minds that Olmo, Lewandowski will not make that match in the El Clasico. But for Rafinha, there are possibilities of him making it, in time for that game against Real Madrid. So that is that about that. And tomorrow against Girona, all we expect from this club, all we expect from my boys is just a win. Despite the players that are absent for this game, I still believe that we've got all it takes to win Girona at home. Thank you.